Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to quickly show you these new Wet n Wild Halloween collection palettes that have recently been popping up at Rite Aid stores. These are part of a larger display that also has cream paint palettes and glitters and these types of things that they come out with every single year for creating Halloween type looks, but I was shocked to see these 10-pan palettes as part of that collection because they've never done that before in the past. I also haven't seen these in other drugstores yet. Typically they show up at Walgreens first, and they may still end up there eventually as well as online. But so far Rite Aid is the only place that I've personally seen them. I don't know if these are limited edition, they don't say that anywhere, but because they're Halloween themed, my feeling is that they probably are. These were also $4.99 each, just like their other 10-pan palettes. So these three new palettes are called In the Smoke, The Boo Crew, and Coffin Break. I love the Halloween names, they're super cute. So let's start out with In the Smoke. So this one is a mostly cool tone palette with mostly gray and red shades. This one really doesn't look like any other palettes in my collection. It's not something that I particularly gravitate towards, but when I showed this on Instagram stories, a lot of you guys really seem to love it. So as I'm swatching this one, I'll just quickly talk about the formula. I felt like the white shade was a little bit chalky, but the beige shade was really nicely pigmented. I wasn't expecting it to show up as well as it did. The shimmer shades were definitely misses for me in this palette. Most of them were really difficult to pick up with my finger, and they developed that hard pan right away. The deeper red mattes were pretty impressive. They actually felt soft and were nicely pigmented. The gray shades were also a little bit disappointing. Unlike the other shimmers, they didn't necessarily get hard pan, but they were a little bit crumbly and flaky and just didn't swatch that well. And finally, I felt like the matte black was pretty decent. It felt soft and had good pigmentation, but overall, I just really wasn't super impressed with this palette, both with the color story and also the formula. I usually really like these palettes from Wet n Wild, but this one just didn't live up to the other ones for me. Next, let's talk about Coffin Break. This one is probably my favorite just visually. I love the warmer tone neutrals. It also has some gorgeous peachy gold shades, that deep red, bronze, browns. It's like perfect for fall. It actually makes me think of the colors of the leaves here in New England that time of year. Formula-wise, this one performed a lot better than In the Smoke. The matte shades felt very soft and swatched really nicely with lots of pigmentation. Most of the shimmers in this palette also picked up very easily and went on smoothly for the most part. I really don't have any complaints about this one. It actually reminds me a lot of their other 10-pan palettes that are part of their permanent collection, so I did like this one. As far as comparison to other palettes, I immediately thought of ColourPop's new California Love palette. I think they share some really similar shades, so I just wanted to do a quick comparison so you can see them side by side in case you already own the ColourPop version. They're not exact dupes, as you can see. They do share some similar shades and have kind of the same vibe, but even though I like the formula of Coffin Break, I still prefer the ColourPop formula. So unless you want that Wet n Wild palette for specific shades, if you just want to get a palette that has some pretty fall shades in it, I would definitely recommend going for the ColourPop one. It usually costs $18, but it's on sale now through Labor Day for $13.50, which is definitely a steal. And then last but not least, we have the Boo Crew. This one is a super beautiful mix of blues and greens. It has mostly shimmer shades with just a couple of mattes, but at least they do give you a matte brown transition shade as well as a matte black, which you actually get in every one of these palettes, as well as a matte deep turquoise. I kind of wish that they would have included a slightly lighter mid-tone matte green or blue, but that's just my personal preference. Formula-wise, this one started out great. The transition shade is really soft and pigmented, and then the first blue I swatched was also super smooth and pigmented. Then it kind of went downhill for me. The next few shimmer shades were those really firmly pressed ones that got hard pan almost right away, and I struggled when swatching them on my arm. They kind of clung and dragged on the skin a little bit. They weren't as smooth as that first one. And then there's another bright blue shimmer in this palette that's very similar to the first one. This one was also really nicely pigmented, but it just made me wonder why they added a redundant shade in there. Overall, I just wasn't too excited for this one either, unfortunately. As far as other palettes in my collection it might be similar to, the only one that I have that looks like this is the Makeup Revolution Reloaded palette in Deep Dive. This is another blue-green palette and it's $7, so also super affordable. Again, they're not exact dupes, but if you're looking for an affordable blue-green palette, I think the Makeup Revolution one is amazing. I think their palettes can be hit or miss, but the Reloaded collection is one of their best formulas. At least I always enjoy them. The shimmers are so creamy and smooth, and the mattes blend beautifully and can be built up for more pigmentation. And as you can see just by looking at the two side by side, I think the Makeup Revolution one blows it out of the water formula-wise. So my final thoughts on this collection is that you can probably skip it. When I showed these on Instagram, a lot of you were feeling bad that you don't live near a Rite Aid or you weren't able to find them, but honestly, you're really not missing all that much. If I were to buy any of them, I think Coffin Break is probably my favorite, but again, I would also rather have the California Love palette from ColourPop, which is similar but a way superior formula. So that's it, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you like these quick little reviews like this, I'm gonna put my playlist above so that you can see more just like this. I try to keep them around 5 minutes, so if you don't have a lot of time to watch a video, you can get through these really fast. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!